what would you say I do to keep you as my man? You can't keep a man that don't want to be kept, which I agree with.
You can say all you want. Oh, he doesn't appreciate me, but do you appreciate him?
It's like you want to talk to your man any kind of way, bitch. I'll slap you straight in your fucking face. Not all men are like you, where they see molding yourself to be better for your girl as a good thing. What's up, you guys? Welcome to episode number 4 of the No Discussion podcast, y'all. I can't believe we're this far in already.
4 episodes. Can you believe that?
I can. We've talked for 4 hours already.
That's crazy. Four whole episodes.
Yeah, it's a little wild.
And to think that we weren't even gonna start this.
Yeah.
Or we're thinking procrastinating the whole process.
We're in motion, not action.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna be so annoying. I promise. We're gonna be so annoying because we've been getting up to read every day our personal development books. So I have so much knowledge. I just be saying shit now.
She do.
I just be saying shit.
But we've been developing like in our personal growth a lot. And one of the things that I just said was like, which we are
oh my god
trying to stop saying like as much just because we want to better our vocabulary.
No,
so it's kind of
just that. It just sounds so ugly in the podcast when we be editing the podcast and we're saying like every 3 seconds and I'm not shutting the fuck up. Those are two things.
Yeah, it's things. like it's crazy when you double like too. Like that's
is wild.
That's out of this world.
It's wild. But for real, it's crazy how things work, because if we weren't doing the podcast and watching us talk for that long,
we would never
notice. Yeah. And that just sounds so sounds
weird.
like you don't sounds as though you don't know what the fuck you're saying.
And I know a lot of people do say like, but I feel like we say it a lot more,
especially in Miami.
Yeah.
I feel like
Miami is like the word.
Yeah.
But Miami is the word. Like is the Miami word. For sure, 100%.
Bro, but we were saying too much. Me specifically, you were saying it, but not as much as myself.
Yeah.
But the reason we also noticed because of the podcast, and then we noticed because after we read in the morning, we have like book club. We have like book club. Why? We have book club, and we say like for everything, just like I did.
Yeah.
There's some things you have to say like for.
Yeah, but even then, there's words that you can still replace.
Yeah, that you can
for
use instead of
like such as such as. You get me?
I just realized what you said.
Yeah, it's such as. There's different words that you can replace instead of like, just so you sound a little bit more sophisticated.
Yeah, it just sounds less. Speaking. It just sounds less. I don't know.
It sounds less sophisticated.
Yeah,
you sound like you have no other words.
Yeah, it sounds like you have no vocabulary.
Yeah, at all. I mean, if you're saying like, it's because your brain is it's a filler word. Your brain is having to stop to think for a second, and like is that filler word. Yeah. So you can continue on with your conversation.
But there's so many things you can say without saying like, and it would just sound like a good sentence.
Yeah.
But you have to say like for some things. It's really stressful because.
Yeah, it's weird.
You have to find it. It's weird.
Yeah, and I suggest you guys take a look.
Take a look?
Yeah, I suggest you guys take a look at your own vocabulary.
Yeah.
And notice how many times you'll say like, because you say it so subconsciously that sometimes you don't even notice
it. Now we notice it because we're self-aware. Yeah. But before,
literally.
At all.
Yeah.
It was the last episode. The last episode really got to us.
Yeah, and if you watch professional speaking,
nobody says
they barely say like.
What would they say like for?
Nothing.
They say like for the things they need to say like for.
Yeah,
like this.
Yeah.
But not.
Yeah, not
as a filler word. And then after we started trying to not say like, we would say
Yeah. Was the other filler word too. And like are two words that they're literally filler words that you use in a sentence because I don't know, your brain can't think fast enough, or
I don't know,
or you're just not used to a good vocabulary.
Yeah.
As sophisticated as I want to sound and as many words as I want to throw out there, like smart words, you're still saying like. So that kind of takes away from your vocabulary a little bit.
Yeah. So that's been cool. That's a little update. Another update.
We've been struggling with personal development in a sense. Not struggling, but it's.
Why struggling?
It's something. No, I'm not saying struggling. I said struggling, but that wasn't the word that I meant to use.
Oh. Okay.
We've just it's been a hard time just because we've had to adjust real quick. And it's only been 2 weeks that we've been getting up at 6 a.m. every day.
Yeah, it's so
and reading and going over our book club and doing the stuff that we have to do, working out and shit like that. But
you be working out, bro. Like I watch you work out. Yeah.
Yeah, she.
But it's because I make breakfast, so realistically,
bro, shut up. Don't use that as an excuse.
Okay,
She's so annoying.
But no, for real, it's been cool. I'm reading Atomic Habits. You're reading Man Up by Bedros Keuilian.
Yeah.
Keuilian.
Yeah. If you guys are out there and you guys wanna
men specifically, but that's for anybody
in both business and kick ass in life, I suggest you guys get that book. It's called Man Up by Bedros Keuilian.
Yeah.
It's just a good book. I don't want to spoil it for you guys. I'm not gonna give no summary on it, so just go ahead and grab it.
But it's really cool. So basically, what we do is that we read it in the morning. We each read a chapter, and then we tell each other what it's about. Because even though it's called Man Up, it still works for anybody. Yeah. And then mine is Atomic Habits, so that works for anybody. And then are you gonna end up reading it after? Or?
I don't think I'm gonna read it just because we literally go over the book
every day.
Every day. So I kind of know what her book is about, and I kind of know obviously what my book is about.
As we go, we highlight the important topics or whatever stands out to us, and that's basically what we tell each other in the end.
But how has waking up at 6 a.m. been so far for you?
6. So I have a little issue, right? I have a little issue with the alarm being next to me and me turning it off, and I don't even realize that the alarm went off. So realistically, I will not get up unless he gets up. I wake up every single day when he's already going to the bathroom, and in my head I'm like, I could probably close my eyes for another 15 seconds, and then I do, and then when I hear the door open, I'm like, okay, it's time to get up. So then I get up. But I would not get up if he didn't get up.
She's gotten a lot better because sometimes she would just go back into her normal sleep.
Yeah, and I just wouldn't wake up.
I'd go outside, and then an hour later I'd come back inside, and that's when she would be waking up.
Thinking that it's been like 15 minutes.
Yeah, thinking it's been like 15 minutes.
But it's been not hard. It hasn't really been hard. In the morning, it's hard a little bit. Obviously, I'm a little tired. But we've also, from learning from the book, we are habit stacking. We're not like habit stacking. We're habit stacking. So we already have our habit of we wake up, he goes outside, I make our little cafecito because, our little Cuban
sugar.
Coffee. With no sugar. It's black coffee. So that shit fucking... You want an Adderall now when you drink that shit.
That's a nice little trick, bro. If you take Adderall, if you take Adderall, that's a replacement. It sets you up for the whole day. It's crazy.
Yeah, but
obviously the effects are not the same as Adderall, obviously, but it sets you up for the whole day. You're not tired. You're not sluggish. You don't crash out because it doesn't have that sugar inside. So
I'm not gonna lie to you though. We be waking up early, and by 5, I'm ready to go to sleep.
Done. Bro. But that's good because that forces you to go to sleep earlier as well. So if you're already feeling a little groggy and tired by 6, 7, 8 in the night, in the afternoon, you're more likely to go to sleep around 10. Yeah, but
for example, today I'm gonna have to drink another coffee because I work at 8. And by 5, I'm gonna be like, woo.
No,
I'm gonna be super tired.
I work till 8, so
yeah. But basically, it's been really cool. It's been hard to wake up. At first, it was hard to wake up. It's a lot easier now, and I'm excited about it because that's the thing is that now I'm excited to get up, to read, to do that, to drink the little coffee, and then we're getting a head start. And then the thing too is that since we're not waking up 30 minutes earlier every day, but let's say I don't know, for 3 days we're waking up at 6:30. The next 3 days, we're waking up at 6. You got what I'm saying? Little by little, we're going to be able to wake up at 5:30, and we're going to be able to get in our reading, our working out, our journaling, your studying.
Yeah.
We're going to be able to get a bunch of shit in before content. Last week, the other thing that was great about it is that since we had so much time, we would make content in the beginning of the day.
Yeah, in the morning.
So even though by 5, I'm like fucking dying, tired.
Yeah.
I don't have to worry about, oh fuck, we have to make videos. It's chilling. We get home and it's
we have the videos done already, so all we have to do is post them and post on the internet.
But it's been really cool. It's been great too because of the habit stacking thing. Like I said, we're just every time we're adding more habits and it's just getting easier.
Yeah, for me, it hasn't really been that challenging in the aspect of waking up in the morning at 6 a.m. just because I am an early bird. I've always woken up either early or I've always, just because of my mom, she always kind of instilled that into me.
Yeah.
Waking up early has always been a part of my life. Even my dad always wakes up early. My mom wakes up early. So I kind of grew up with that notion of waking up early every day. So it hasn't been that challenging for me. And like I said, in the aspect of waking up, it's just been more challenging in the aspect of getting my workouts done and reading books and studying in the morning and doing content and then going to work. That is just I feel like it's the more challenging part of it because I'm still learning how to balance everything
of course.
that's going on in my life between working out, reading the book, studying, trading, all those working out, all those things. So it's
cool though. It's cool because like I said, once you get one habit down, it's like, okay, you don't have to worry about that. You get what I'm saying? Like now it's you're gonna wake up and do that. You don't have to think about it. You're gonna wake up and you're gonna do that. So now next is like, okay, what do you want to do? Are you gonna work out? Are you gonna study? Are you gonna whatever? But the other thing is, remember in the book it talks about how certain people think like, oh, if I have a routine, life gets so boring, whatever. And then the book explains, which is very true, that it doesn't get boring at all. It just gets easier because instead of you having so many things in your head that you have to do and you have to do, you already know when you're gonna do them. So you just get that done, and then you have so much more free mind to think about all the other extracurricular shit that you have to do. Whereas if we every night or every morning we're like, okay, today we have to do this and that, but we don't really set a time or a place when we're gonna do that, it makes it a million times harder because you have to think about so many things.
One thing that I want to like to implement into our routines every day is the writing the shit down that we have to do the next day.
We haven't done that yet. I be writing in my to-do list. That's something bad, bro. You know me. I be having like 7 planners in a year, and I literally touch them every month one time. It's so crazy. Last time when we went to Orlando, when we were coming back, it was June 1st or June 2nd or something. And I'm like, oh shit, let me go into my calendar. Let me, do my thing. Bitch, when I checked, tell me how I hadn't fucking opened the thing since April 15th.
Oh my God. A little minute.
On June 2nd.
I
was like, sis,
it'd be like that though.
Doing?
It'd be like that. But we're that's what we're working on, obviously, trying to get back into the habit of maintaining a consistency throughout and a routine throughout our daily life. So, when shit like that happens, we don't fall back on we don't because that gives you a sense of damn, I didn't do shit for these last 2 months.
Yeah, because then if you haven't planned for that long, what the fuck you been doing?
That's what I'm saying.
Not, it's not like that. Obviously, there's obviously we get shit done, but it's just kind of, I don't know. It's not an organized way of getting shit done. It's like I said, it's your head is everything. You're thinking about everything at every time that you think about what you have to do. Like that's one reason why I love writing.
Like
that's one reason why I like that. I'm not saying like in that way. That's one reason why I like writing things down is because everything is structured. Yeah. You got me? Even if, you know what I would do too? Not because I'm a procrastinator, but the chapter on that is tomorrow. So I haven't, been able to do anything about that yet. But I'm a procrastinator. So basically I would write down, let's say in my agenda or whatever, what to do, right? But because I had it written down, next week, if I didn't do certain things, I have written down what I was supposed to do, so I know what I didn't do.
Yeah.
Whereas if I don't have it written down, you know how many things I have in my head? I'm going to forget. I'll probably remember in 2 months, like, oh shit, I was supposed to do that last month and I didn't end up doing it. You get what I'm saying? Now, obviously not the important things, but little shit. I don't know, returning a package, making an appointment, like little things like that. Little things such as that. It becomes a lot easier when you write it down because even if you didn't get it done for whatever reason, it's there for you to be like, okay, this week I have to do this that I didn't do last week, or
and being at the end of the day, being in a routine just makes everything easier. It makes everything easier. Other people might say that it doesn't, but it really does, just because of the fact that you're in a routine and this is what you do every day. So if something comes along the way, all you have to do is adjust yourself. Just instead of being so overwhelmed about the stuff that you didn't do, and then something comes along the way and now you're even more stressed. You have
to do more stuff,
and now you have to do more stuff. You get me? So, but we don't want to bore you guys with this knowledge talk too much, just because we have topics that we want, or Darlene actually.
Well, yeah, but I kind of wanted to like talk about certain things, like His birthday's coming up now next month. Father's Day just passed by. You're turning 22. Like,
I don't know how I feel about that.
You fucking anciano, you old ass man.
I don't know how I'm feeling about
elderly.
That. I'm turning 22, guys. You know.
How do you feel about
it? In less than a month now. So I'm not sure how I'm feeling because every year I feel after 16 years old, every year has gone like this. Like it's not like every year has gone.
That you have to say like that.
Yeah. Every year has gone like this, you know. It's been 1 year and back of another and back of another and back of another, 18, 20, 21, now 22.
Yeah.
So it's, I don't know. I feel like I'm getting old and I feel like I'm getting old too fast.
We're getting old. And just, I don't understand how the months are flying by so fucking fast.
It's already June, guys.
It's about to be a month since we went to Orlando.
It's already June, guys. Mind you, it's already half of the year.
Half of the year, we're 6 months in. Yeah. What did you do in the last 6 months?
I mean, we did pretty good progress.
We did pretty good.
We've done pretty good progress.
We've grown a lot on our social media. Yeah. We started getting paid.
Yeah, we outshined our goals that we set for ourselves.
Oh my God, yeah, we had our quarterly goals. Something really cool y'all have to think of and research is the 12-week year. Remember? That's how we did our quarters. So every year has 4 quarters in it. And if you plan yourself as if the year only had 12 weeks, so 1 quarter.
12.
Huh? No, I'm lying.
You must be lying. I don't know.
Girl, I don't know. Okay. Hold on. The year has 4 quarters. So if for each quarter you give yourself certain goals, instead of you giving yourself 1 year to hit. Okay, let me just give you an example. We told ourselves we wanted to hit 25K on Instagram. We would have generally been like, okay, by the end of 2024, we want to hit 25K on Instagram. Whereas when we planned this year that we used the quarter thing, we did in the first quarter hitting. Well, I'm lying. We really put 10K or what was it? Like 15K or something for Instagram.
Yeah.
I think it was 10K or 15K that we put for 15. The first quarter.
Yeah.
And we surpassed that in the first quarter. But why? Because you're giving yourself less time. Where you would have given yourself a whole year to do something, you're really giving yourself 3 months.
And you know that
you do it because you only have 3 months to do it. You got what I'm saying?
You know that you're on grind mode.
Exactly.
That puts lights of fire under your really ass cool. to do better. Same thing with TikTok. Exactly. Our goal was 5,000.
Our goal was 10,000.
5.
In the first quarter. We're in the second quarter. We hit 15K.
Yeah.
Which we were supposed to hit 10. Yeah. So high five.
It's a good thing. We've done progress, guys. So
we've done progress, and we're in our personal development era.
We're nowhere where we want to be, obviously. But
YouTube is the one, bro. YouTube need to stop playing with us. Swear to God.
So subscribe, guys. Subscribe.
Please.
You know, we're always raw and uncut here, so subscribe.
Exactly. But yeah, you guys. So basically, he's turning 22 on the 13th of July. Y'all make sure to say happy birthday on the 13th of July. What are we doing? We're actually here planning. I'm overwhelmed because Mr. Sir here loves to have a million fucking plans.
Nah, but bro, honestly, I don't really want to. I told you, I don't want to do nothing. Every year I don't want to do nothing just because.
And then every year when we do something, it's so fun.
I know, but you know, as far as me, when I was younger, I've never really had extravagant birthday parties like that. It was never, you know, my birthday was never something special. I mean, obviously it was something special because
but it wasn't special enough. But because if it was, you would treat your birthday.
Yeah, it wasn't. It was different, you know, obviously out of the ordinary because it's your birthday, but it wasn't no crazy stuff. I never had no crazy birthday parties. I never really had no birthday parties like that, for real.
I never really had. I had birthday parties when I was little. I don't remember them. I mean, I had my 15s, but that's all I had. But I wouldn't say my birthdays remained super special, but it was definitely a day, you know, like it was a day. I'm definitely a birthday person. Yeah. Like birthdays are super a thing for me. That's why your birthday, I'm always like trying to do something.
Yeah.
I don't like that shit. Like, it's just a regular day. No, it's not, bro.
She literally cried in front of me.
I literally cried in front of him last year
because I why do you not want to do anything for my birthday? She literally
You're so
down. She was crying because I didn't want to do anything for my birthday. I was like,
I don't know. I'm funny. But for real, that's why I'm here. Since you don't
she's
think that
tearing up right now, guys. Look, she's tearing up right now.
Because that's so sad.
You're
That's
so
like your inner
funny.
child. Whatever. Anyway, let me know because I will start crying
Yeah.
more.
Yeah. Let's
But
move
yeah, so
on.
basically we're trying to maybe go to Orlando again and redo that, but with his mom and my mom
Yeah.
and his aunt and stuff. So it's gonna be fun. Y'all are obviously gonna get a vlog for that on our other channel. And probably even a podcast there, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Because we could do a podcast with your aunt.
I was actually thinking of that, doing a
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
podcast there. No cap. Literally in the morning. I
Yeah.
was literally
And
thinking of
most
that.
of those houses have like a
Like a
little
lounge
like a
area or
little
extra rooms
lounge.
because those houses
Exactly.
are huge.
Yeah,
Eight
those
bedroom
houses are huge.
homes.
So we're trying to get something with at least a bedroom so everybody has their own thing or whatever. But that's gonna be fun. I don't think we're planning on going to any parks or nothing. Probably just being in the pool, maybe
Yeah,
going out the day
just
of his birthday.
more familiar family time than
Yeah.
anything else.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But yeah,
So that'll be fun, y'all. But what else is coming up? Nothing really, right?
summer and just
Summer's
grinding.
coming up.
That's it.
Summer's coming up. Yeah, and then after his birthday, my birthday feels like it comes in like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
It's in November, but it feels like choop, that's
Yeah.
it. But yeah, guys, basically, let's stop with the updates. 'Cause the topic today, I
They're
don't really
probably here
have.
like, just
For
get to the
real.
fucking topics.
I don't really have like too many topics today. I just saw a video the other day and I was like, oh, that would be something good to talk about, right? So it was I don't know, on a red carpet or some shit. I don't really know. But y'all know, damn, what's his name? I forgot.
Who?
Ocho Cinco.
Oh,
Okay.
Chad Johnson.
Chad Johnson, the football player or whatever. His girl was like on a red carpet or something like that, and there was a lady interviewing people, and she basically asked her and one of her friends, like, "Oh, what do you do to keep your man?" And she was like, "Sex." Ha 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 ha. And then Ari,
I mean, she's not wrong, bro.
yeah, but Ari, Moneybag Yo's girl, Ari, also got the same question. And she had the interviewer girl was like, "Oh, you know, this girl, these people are saying all sex," and she's like, "I mean, you could fuck anybody." And she's like, "Oh, but I keep my man because I cook every day, and you know, I take care of him, and I whatever, whatever, you know, like the wifey shit." And then I was like, "Damn, that's a really good question to ask you. Like, what would you say I do to keep you as my man?"
Bruh.
Wait, disclaimer though in the comments because it's very true. Everybody was saying like, okay, yeah, that's all really cool and stuff, and Ari's really great, but you can't keep a man that don't want to be kept, which I agree with. I think that is true. So what do you think? I want to get a guy's perspective on this.
You want my perspective on the you can't keep a man that don't want to be kept?
No, I want your perspective on like what it is that keeps a man. What have I done to keep you?
I mean, I don't know about other men out there, to be honest with y'all,
I'm not
because
talking about other
the
men.
masculinity nowadays is
To
out
the
of this
flow.
world,
To the flow.
it's at an all-time low.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but to be honest, I'm a very traditional person, and we have a very traditional relationship,
Mm-hmm.
as in the fact that I like when you cook, the same thing that Ari said, when
Yeah.
you cook and when obviously when I come home and you're here,
Yeah.
like that's something that I definitely appreciate,
Mm-hmm.
just because I'm not, coming home to just an empty
Yeah.
house.
Yeah.
And obviously you're not a housewife. You have
Yeah,
your job and you go but whenever you're home and you're cooking and you're taking care of the motherly and maternal
Yeah.
stuff,
Yeah.
like cleaning or washing dishes.
Yeah,
Obviously,
yeah.
we don't interchange, because another thing, guys, I look at those things as the 95%,
Oh my
the
God.
95 to
He just learned
5% rule.
this.
All right, so the 95% of things that I deem as non-important, I'm not gonna go ahead and do. Like, for example, washing dishes, because
Not always though. If I ask him to wash dishes, you're gonna wash dishes.
yeah, obviously, if I see that she's juggling, cooking, washing, cleaning,
Yeah.
and washing dishes at the same time, obviously I'm gonna lend a hand.
Yeah.
But most of the time, I'm not gonna go ahead and sit down and wash no dishes, yo. Just because like I said, I see that as the 95%. I'd rather take care of the 5% of the things that do matter and will obviously elevate
Yeah, us.
will elevate me, and by elevating me, it elevates you too.
No, but
Obviously,
like
'cause
an
we're in a
example of that
relationship.
would be like, oh, I don't know, we have a video and like you would edit while I don't know, do laundry.
Yeah,
Or like,
or-
because I mean, I can't not do that shit
Yeah.
or we're gonna fucking,
Yeah, but yeah, the 90. I go based on the 95 to 5% rule.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's things. We're not rich, so we can't pay
Yeah.
a nanny. So
Yeah,
there's
yeah,
things
of
obviously
course.
that we
Or a
both gotta take
housekeeper
care
or
of.
anything.
Yeah, or housekeeper, but there's things that we gotta take care of, both. you know. But definitely when you do the house stuff, when you know, obviously besides sex and shit, you know. But doing the house stuff, being my peace in the sense that no, I mean you are like I obviously like as guys we're out there, or as me, like we're out there most of the time, and we're dealing with mental battles every day.
Yeah.
Because it's a mental battle every day. Obviously, we're a guy. Some guys can't take it, and some guys can't.
Yeah.
But every day for a man is a mental battle. You know, with this, with work, trying to make more money, with trying to be an alpha, you know?
Yeah.
Shit like that. So definitely when I come home and like it's more of a loving environment, it kind of derives my brain from other issues that I normally face on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah.
And that's and you're loving. That's what you do to keep me happy. Or that's what naturally comes out of you to keep me happy. For sure. Um, yeah. I don't even know her name. I forgot. Chad Johnson's girl. She's tripping just by saying that. I think she was just making a bold statement, which
I think she was just trying to be funny.
Yeah, I think she was just trying to be funny and making a bold statement at the end of the day. But I don't think that is all there is in a relationship, because you can fuck anybody you want.
Yeah.
You can have sex with anybody you want. So, you know, I don't really just see
Do you
only
think
that.
if I was less traditional, you wouldn't like me as much? Or do you think we would have just like grown to be like that? Because it's not like you had a girl before the traditional. Like this is the first living
You know why?
relationship that we've had.
I'm gonna backtrack on that just because my mom is a certain way.
Yeah.
And at least for me, I am more, and I lived my whole life with my mom. So I'm more likely to
Find
get
someone like your
attracted to
mom.
somebody who is like my mom, who is as motherly as her. Doesn't mean I need to be taken care of. Doesn't mean I need to be pampered. But you just attract to that because if you grew up with your mom and around your mom the whole time, and she's feeding you always love and making you food and this and that, you're more likely to get attracted to that. You get me?
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys understand me. You know, some of you guys be like, oh no, he pampered. He just like to be pampered. I mean, shit, who doesn't like to be pampered?
Yeah.
And you know, but at the end of the day, I see myself as a provider. So whenever you're doing the other side of things, it definitely kind of.
But you would definitely say, right? Because I've also seen this. There's this lady on TikTok that she's like a relationship
Guru
coach or some shit like that. Yeah, something like that. And she's always talking about how, because I be seeing that shit sometimes, and I'm like, that maybe I need to, you know. And she's always talking about how you should never be like a mother, like obviously you should never be like a mother to your man, but you get me, like you should never try to mother your man too much, because why the fuck would they be attracted to their mother? You get what I'm saying? So in a way, cause even then sometimes it does happen with us. We're like, I'm trying to do something for you, and you're like, yo, like I could do it like myself.
I mean,
And I'm like, yeah, but I got it though.
Obviously, you always try not to overdo it.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, you have to. My mom was, bro. One thing about my mom is that yes, she'll do motherly stuff for me, but if she needed to kick me in the side of my head, she will kick me in the side of my head. Or if she needed me, if she forced me to do things, she would force me to do things. Like it's not that she was all sweet and stuff all the time.
I'm probably more than your mom.
Bro.
I'm probably not saying your mom.
My mom would put, for example, not me, but my brother. My mom would put my brother's dirty dishes on top of his bed. That's just one example. If you wouldn't wash the dishes, bro, you come home from work and you see the dishes on top of your bed. Dirty.
But I don't know, bro. The thing with me is maybe as I get older and like busier, or maybe when we have kids, I'll be like, listen, you are a man. But for right now, when it's just us, I don't mind doing stuff. I don't mind doing the laundry and putting your shit away. Like I also like doing it myself, because you know how like you could be a little controlling with certain shit, like you know, with the way things are done. Like that's how I am with like certain stuff.
Yeah.
And I love when you help me fold, but for real, it like makes my eye twitch, and I'm like, brother, what? The other day I started dying, bro. I forgot to make that video because I walk into my closet, right? I had knocked out. I had fell asleep one day, knocked out, and I remember like mid sleep, I opened my eye and he's like hanging clothes. But you see, that's one of the times where if I've left that shit for 3 days, brother, like, because I'm usually on top of that maybe I'm just like overwhelmed. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or maybe I'm just like, I need you to do it or whatever.
Yeah.
Which I usually will never ask, but if it's been there for a week, you're like, brother. But I remember I opened my eyes and I see him hanging the shit, and I'm like, boop. I'm like, I'm gonna go back to sleep.
Go back to sleep.
I wake up the next day and I go to the closet, and when I look at my shirt, I'm like, what the fuck is this? And it was like one of those crop tops that has like the halter top, and this nigga hung it like to the side, and I was like, what the fuck?
That was the only sense it made to me to hang it up. Because if you guys know girl clothing,
so funny.
It's so complicated. So how are you supposed to hang that?
Yeah, no, that was funny. It was funny.
No,
I started dying.
But
no, in terms of like the drawers and stuff, I'm like, I do shit a certain way. I already have my shit like,
yeah, structured.
So I just, if he helps me, obviously it's great. I just will probably go back and refold the stuff after.
I'd rather not do it then. Shit. Just thanks for letting me know. I'll be like, hey, you told me this, and that last time.
No, you can hang the clothes though. Hanging, there's not really a science to that.
Yeah, but for sure, that's one of the top things. Like I said, we have a very traditional relationship.
Yeah, we do.
So, and some people, bro, some other couples that we hang around with might even look at that as much, but they've also been in the verge of breaking up. So I kind of, can't really take any information from them, or
not any.
I mean, not any, but in that aspect, brother,
I just think everybody's different in terms of relationships.
I know.
And I think that
but there's things that work.
When two people are the same way, it works. It just, obviously, you being your way,
okay,
and if I was a different way, it
but
would
hear me
work.
out. Hear me out. They got into that relationship, or not they. Those types of couples, they grew up like that together. You get me?
That's what I'm saying.
Over time, shit happens. I bet you $100 that when they first started, shit was different.
Maybe.
Obviously, over time, as one person or one individual in a relationship sees the other individual not really
giving the same energy,
yeah, the other individual is gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna tone it down because I'm showing too much love.
Of course. No, or not even too much love, but too much,
Yeah, I'm doing more than what you're doing.
Exactly.
So let me tone it down, let me do my thing.
But this is my thing. I wouldn't say that that's, I mean, in totality, it's not great. But I wouldn't say that it's wrong just because I get it. You got like you will get it if you see, if for example you are helping me more than I'm helping you, or you're doing more than I am, you are gonna be like, either you're gonna tell me something, and we're gonna I'm gonna say that I'm gonna keep doing what I feel like doing, or I'm gonna be like, oh shit, you're right, whatever. But if I say that I'm gonna keep doing whatever the fuck I'm doing. But if I say that I'm going to keep doing whatever I'm doing, you're not going to just keep helping me because, out of the kindness of your heart. Yeah. Like, no. The fuck? Yeah. And that doesn't have to be, obviously, like, in different ways. You get what I'm saying? It's in different ways. If you're not going to appreciate it, it's the same thing. I do the shit that I do, but I always feel appreciated by you for doing that. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? There's not one time that I bring you a plate and you're not like, damn, thank you, baby, for the food or whatever. And if you do, I'll side-eye you until you do. Like... What are you saying?
I'm waiting.
What are you saying? Like, okay, like you better fucking tell me something. Yeah. But you get me? Or if I'm washing dishes, like, you'll be like, even if you're lying, you'll be like, I got you next time. And I'm like, no, you don't. But thanks for telling me. Yeah. I appreciate it. That's true. You get me? Or you'll get home and I put the clothes away and you can notice. And if you don't, I'll say it, bro. I sure will say it. Yeah. Not for because for you to know, or for you got me, but because if you don't, it's really easy for you to not see that. I'm a lash artist, right? So I have a lot of clients and we just talk shit the whole time, right? So I be knowing about everybody's shit. I know about everybody's relationship problems, whatever. And one of the biggest things I see is women feel so underappreciated, right? And especially women. I know what you're gonna say this, and it's gonna be a little. I know we might a little tension because your point of view on this sometimes depends, right? But women be feeling underappreciated, and especially women that are stay-at-home moms, right? Or that the man makes most of the money, correct? Right. They feel underappreciated because just because you make most of the money doesn't mean that you don't appreciate what I do at home, or that you look over what I do at home, because a lot of the shit that you're able to do out to make most of the money, you're able to do because I take care of a lot of other things so that you don't have to. You get what I'm saying?
Correct.
You get what I mean?
Correct.
So I understand the feeling underappreciated because, for example, they come home and naturally, as a man, you worked all day, you're tired, you're whatever, you're probably not going to notice that I put your clothes away. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Or that, whatever, you know, little shit like that. Or that I cleaned the bathroom, or that I organized your man, whatever it is, whatever.
I mean, I definitely always notice.
I know, but I'm saying that with these women, that it's normal. It is normal for them to overlook it. But when they tell me that, I'm like, for sure he overlooked it. Why didn't you tell him? Because you know what? No, tell him. If you feel underappreciated, it's not tell him like, yo, I did your thing. You get what I'm saying? But how do I be doing it? You never feel like that's how I'm telling you. I'll be like, baby, look, I put the clothes away today or whatever. You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Yeah. I'll just bring it up.
Yeah.
And in a way, it's like, okay, obviously maybe he didn't notice, but if you bring it up, it's like, oh shit, damn, she did. You know?
Okay, but now let me backtrack on that too. Mm-hmm. I want okay, so is there ever a time where those girls have been like, baby, thank you for working, thank you for bringing home all the bread,
I mean, I don't know,
thank you for supplying for our fucking family? Because probably you can say all you want, oh, he doesn't appreciate me, but do you appreciate him? Like, it has to be a back and forth thing.
I agree, though.
Do you appreciate him?
But I always make sure about that.
Because if he feels that he's just coming, working,
of course,
going out to provide, obviously for all of y'all, and comes home and his face and doesn't realize that you cleaned the bathroom and that the bitch is storming him. Mm-hmm. Oh, I cleaned the bathroom.
But that's why I said that you don't say it like that.
Okay,
you say it in a very, very nice, you know, like in a normal way. Like, it's not like, yo, I cleaned the bathroom, you didn't see it.
Okay, but
like, or I put your clothes away, you didn't see it.
Reality,
you're welcome. Like, that's not.
The reality of the fact is that some females are not like that.
I know.
Females are not like that. They're quick to get upset because they're emotional.
Absolutely, I know.
So the first thing they'll do is lash out. You didn't see I cleaned the bathroom? I mean, you could have said thank you.
Right, baby.
You could have said this and that. Like, and the guy's already like, oh shit, damn, thank you, this and that. But you didn't tell me, oh, thank you for going to work. Mm-hmm. Thank you for providing for us and the kids. Mm-hmm. Thank you for, going out and busting your ass every day, mm-hmm. dealing with your mental health, dealing with all the shit that you have to deal with on the regular day basis. Mm-hmm. They don't say shit like that. So to those women who be saying that, or to your clients who be saying that, I think you should ask them that question. Be like,
I absolutely do.
Do you?
I wish I could bring them here so that they could tell you yourself. I am number one fucking. I should be the promoter of loving your husband. Like, you can't tell me shit about that.
I'm not saying.
Because I'm the number one person to say that.
And what's the answer? What's the answer? Is always what's the answer?
A lot of them tell me that they do talk a little rough and they do whatever, and I'm like, okay,
but not talk a little rough. I'm talking about the appreciation part. Thank you, babe, for going out.
Okay.
Thank you, babe, for coming home. That's what I'm talking about.
You don't do it to me, so they don't feel like doing it back to you. Babe. It's everybody feeds off each other's energy. Maybe you need to be the first one to say it, and I always say that. You probably are gonna have to be the first one to show a little appreciation, and maybe that'll take it out of him. You got what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But a lot of women, I know that because I do have clients that I talk to them, and I'm like, I understand that you wanna talk to him a little rough and like that, he takes out the little frustration in you. But men don't work like that. The second that you sound like you're being annoying or you want to fight, they shut the fuck off. Like, their brain shuts off and they're not listening to you anymore. Most of the time.
That's true.
I know that's true. And I have the test I could testament them that they will fucking tell you that I'm the first person to be like, I know how annoying it could be to shut the fuck up and talk like this, even though you really want to punch them in the face. But sometimes you have to, because they're not going to listen to you if you sound like a bitch.
Yeah, that's true.
That's the reality. You want to sound like a bitch. You want to fucking grab their head and
it has to be a mutual party.
Of course, but a lot of times you're going to have to be the first one to do it. That's the reality of it. In a relationship, everybody feeds off of each other's energy. Someone has to do it first.
I just feel
you get what I'm saying?
It doesn't have to be someone doing it first. I feel that it has to both of y'all be. And that comes naturally.
But if it doesn't, baby, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes you get into a point in a relationship where, like we talked about in the other episodes, you resent each other so much because there's so many things you haven't talked about. When you're in a 15-year relationship like that, where you're not used to talking things over and it's 15 years of shit that you've shut the fuck up about.
Yeah.
Brother, that's hard to put away.
Over, of course.
That's hard to talk like this, even though you really want to punch him in the face. Yeah. Like, that's hard.
Yeah.
And it's hard, but you're gonna have to be the first one. I always say it. Bueno, it depends. Of course, there's people where the guy's such an idiot that it's like, you don't even deserve for me to be the first one. You got what I'm saying? Like, either we fix it or whatever. We'll see what happens. Yeah. But in other relationships, if you want shit to work and you want to fix things, or you want things to not be in that kind of limbo where like you guys really don't really like each other right now, you're gonna someone has to do it first. Someone has to be the first person. Yeah, and sometimes, not like in an ego way, but sometimes you have to do it first to show them what they have to do. I don't know if you got what I'm saying. Yeah. Even if you have to tell them, because there's been a lot of times where I've done something or I've said something just so I could be like, okay, but you saw how I told you this, or you saw how I put my ego to the side and I did this. Like, that's why can't you do that? You got what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Until I do that and I show you that I can do that for you, you're not gonna understand that. Damn, she did that for me. Like, I could do that for her. You got what I'm saying? So someone does have to do it first, and it's gonna be the one that wants to fix it the most. Exactly. You go, or not fix it the most, but it's gonna be the one that comes to them first. You got what I'm saying? That idea comes to them first, or someone tells them about it, or whatever, and. Yeah, you're just gonna have to be the one to do it first. One of the biggest things too, in terms of people like that, where your man work, or even if it's not that your man is a breadwinner or whatever, yo, it takes nothing for when your man comes home for you to seem excited that he's there. You got what I'm saying? Or for you to run to the door and like give him a kiss and whatever. I promise you guys could be in the worst, like, you know, little stage of like not liking each other and like whatever, and that's gonna be like, what the fuck? Yeah. Like, your man's gonna be like, okay.
Confused. He's gonna be like, oh shit.
You know, like that was nice. Definitely. That was cute. And that's gonna change the vibe of everything, because when you guys are both being a little bit awkward, you got me, nobody really knows how to like
break the
ice or change the tension or whatever. Dude, even if you don't feel like it, bro, I swear, even if you don't feel like it, just fucking go and give him a kiss, bro. Yeah. It seems like you're excited. And he's gonna change his attitude.
Because now the guy will feel like less than a dick.
Exactly.
And
he's gonna feel fucked up if he doesn't give that energy
if he does, if you're running to the door, greeting him, he's gonna think twice before being a dick.
Exactly.
Coming in and being like, yo, you didn't pick this shit up. Exactly. You were home all day. You didn't clean the floors. You didn't clean the dishes.
Which off rip is something to also think about. That's something that I have gotten complaints about from clients. The first thing anybody wants to hear is not that. Whether it bothered you so much or whether you're right or not. The first thing I should hear when you come through the door is not some shit like that. Yeah. I don't give a fuck if that's the first thing you saw. Even if, bro, there's a shit stain on the floor and it's so obvious. That's not the first thing that you tell your partner when you see them.
Yeah.
That's not the first thing. Leave it for later. You know, whatever. You guys say hi. Okay, cute. You guys hug. No, it's okay. Now it's not like, now you don't feel as attacked because it's not like that was the first thing that you told me. You got what I'm saying?
Yeah, now it's coming.
It's coming from, first of all, the energy is different because you guys are already being lovey-dovey. You know, the tension is, the ice is broken. Now when you tell me, damn, baby, like you could have, you know, like, damn, what'd you do? Or, I mean, don't ever say, what did you do all day? Don't ever say, what did you do all day?
You ain't this shit, but bro.
You got me? Like, now when you're like, damn, baby, but damn, you could have, you know, shit, let's clean that, or whatever it is. Whatever. It doesn't sound as annoying as your man coming in and you being like, yo, what the fuck? Like, you didn't think to clean this? Or what'd you do all day? Like, whatever. That makes you want to punch him in the fucking face. Yeah. Especially when you haven't even given me a kiss yet. Mm-hmm. Like, you got what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely.
So I think everything is about, like, the little shit. I know, and like, it sounds stupid and it sounds cheesy, but all that little shit matters. And all of those little things, guys, vibes and energies are so important. And as soon as the vibe is off, or as soon as the energy is a little like whatever, everybody is feeding off of that. You get what I'm saying? So maybe you're coming home stressed, not because of me or because of something else. You get what I'm saying? But me coming home and we're going up to you and saying hi to you, so excited and whatever, that's gonna make you a little bit less stressed.
It changes the mood. Exactly. And even if I am stressed, I'm gonna appreciate you more.
Exactly.
For doing that little small gesture, and I'm definitely not gonna mention the shit stain on the floor.
Yet.
Maybe
later.
Till later. Yeah,
exactly.
For sure. Absolutely.
Maybe later, but it still doesn't feel the same as, you got me? Like it just doesn't. It just doesn't. So I don't even know how we got to this point.
Me neither. We get sidetracked so fast.
Yeah, it was basically about people feeling underappreciated or women feeling underappreciated. Oh, because men. Yeah. Okay. Whatever. It was like about the men thing. I don't think that it's right. I don't know how to explain it. Like, just because you get paid for what you do. Because, for example, if we had the money to, we would pay a housekeeper to do the shit that I do. So it is a job.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
I kind of wanted to.
It is a job.
I know it's a job.
Even though it's your kid, if I worked, we would have to pay a nanny to do that. So it is a job.
Okay, so what is the only thing that kind of separates it is the love between you guys. Because right now, if I wanted to, and the girl, let's say you were giving me drama at home, every time I came home it was something, I'm more likely to be like, yo, listen, we're done. Pay a bitch to do my dry cleaning. Pay a nanny to clean my house, and I'm living in peace.
Oh, okay.
You get me? So yeah, it kind of goes along with the same thing that you're saying.
Yeah, no, and that is definitely something. I'm telling you, I hear it from multiple people, because I do get it. You get me? I do get it in a sense, even though it's something where, okay, it's your house as a woman, right? It's your house. You want it to be clean. You're gonna clean it regardless. Whether it's a job or not, you're gonna clean it regardless. But what doesn't feel good is when your man comes home and he belittles it, like it's just what you're supposed to do.
Yeah,
it is just housework, but people pay people to do this. I'm doing this shit for free.
Yeah,
whether it's my but house at the same time, do you get what I'm saying?
But at the same time, that's all you have to do.
Right, but that's all you're doing. Okay, as me, yeah, as a girlfriend, that is all I have to do, other than my own work and all my shit. So
what do you expect?
When you have a kid, it's different.
So what I know.
When you have a kid, it's different, because that's not all you have to do.
Definitely.
That's not all you have to do.
Okay, let's say in a sense that you don't, in a situation that you don't have a kid. So what do you expect the guy to respond? Like, how do you expect him to react to those type of situations? If he's coming home, from busting his ass. And that's the only thing you had to do. Like the video we did that went super fucking viral. When your man comes home and you're laying in the same position that you were when he left, shit like that. So when the guy pulls up back home, what do you expect him to react like? When that's the only thing you have to do.
I understand, but I think if it's something you've never brought up before, the first time you bring it up, it needs to be brought up correctly.
It's not about the first time or the second time.
No, well, that's what I'm talking about. If you've said it multiple times and you've told her that it bothers you, that you would love to come home, because the thing too is about how you say shit. It's not just what you get me? It's how you say things. You can say the same thing.
Listen.
No, baby, yes you can. You can say the same thing and say it in a different way, and it motivates you a lot more to do it.
Understandable.
If you treat me like a fucking like a housekeeper, and you talk to me like you're fucking paying me to do some shit and I'm not doing it, I'm gonna feel like, fuck you, I don't feel like fucking doing it, and now I'm not gonna do it.
Okay, right? So then the next step, this is what's wrong with society nowadays. So the next step, what do you expect the guy to do in those situations? I understand.
That's why listen, I said it depends on if you've brought this up before.
I'm not okay, but I don't need to tell you. I would like to have the house clean. I think that's something that you should already have instilled in your brain.
But if you have to say it, you have to say it. Sometimes you have to say it.
Okay, but I don't expect to say it.
Okay, but you still have to say it.
I could mention it. I could mention it, okay. And you should, and that light bulb inside your head should go.
And it should, but some people don't pick up on things like that.
Then don't be a housewife. Go get a job and work a 9 to 5, and I'll pay a maid to come home and clean our house.
Okay, cool. But we're not talking about that. We're talking about someone that doesn't have the money to pay a housekeeper. So in terms of that, if your girl, you're noticing que obviamente it's not common sense for her to clean up the house while you're gone, if that's the only thing she needs to do, you're gonna have to mention it it to her because she doesn't read your mind. So you're going to have to mention it to her.
You can mention it in whatever way.
After you mentioned it to her one time, you already know. So if you keep doing it again, it's because you don't care that that's what I would like to come home
But that's what I'm saying. It's not about how the way you say it. Obviously, I'm not going to come in and be like, yo, you have to clean the fucking house. Clean the fucking house because I'm not here. I'm not going to go ahead and say that. I'm going to be like, hey, I mean, the house is not clean. Like, this is, I mean, you literally, this is what you did the whole day. You stayed at home. Like, why is the house not clean? You get me? And that's letting her know. If she's like, oh yeah, you know,
no, absolutely.
I was talking to my friend, this and that. That's a fucking excuse. I don't care.
That's exactly how you should say it. I don't think that that's wrong.
I mean, but you're saying it, like mentioning it, like saying it to her in the nicest way possible. I'm not gonna say it in the nicest way possible if I'm pissed off that I've already mentioned it to you a couple times, and you're not doing shit about it.
I get it. That's why I asked you multiple times. How many times have you told her? If you've never brought it up,
more than once is enough.
Okay, of course.
If she doesn't get it,
let me talk for 5 seconds.
Go.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I asked how many times you've told her. If you've already told her one time, it's an issue that I have to tell you again, and I shouldn't have to tell you again. If you haven't told her, then you mention it one time. But regardless, just like I said that you have to learn how to talk to your man for him to listen, you do have to learn how to talk to your girl, whether you're mad or not, because there's a lot of times where women are mad, and if you want to get through to your man, you have to talk to him in a certain way, because he's not going to fucking listen if you're nagging and screaming at him. You're not going to get anywhere. You guys are just going to argue. So although it's annoying that you have to tell her the first time, the other times it doesn't matter. The other times you already told her, so you could tell her however you want to.
The first time is okay, babe. That's not what I'm saying.
The first time, though, you can't come up to her on some rough shit because that's not gonna make her want to do anything.
That's dumb because you're putting yourself in a lose-lose situation.
Of course, brother. Some men don't think like that.
You've never told her
some men don't think like that.
You've never mentioned her that you never mentioned it to her that she has to do this if she doesn't already know. I mean, women should already be smart enough to be like, hey, I'm gonna clean because that's the only thing I'm doing today. I'm gonna be productive. I'm not gonna sit on my ass, But off first rip, you definitely let her know. You don't come aggressively and do it like that because that's just gonna leave a bad taste in her mouth, and she's gonna be less likely to do it. Which she still has to do it if that's her only job. That she has. If you're paying for all her bills, you're paying for all her shit. That's the only thing she has to do. So yes, I'm gonna second time around. If it's not done, I'm gonna be a little mad. Or I'm gonna be a little upset.
And that's understandable. That's understandable.
I know it's understandable.
Okay.
I know it's fucking understandable.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying. No, but for real, that's understandable. It is very understandable. But I think everything, again, like I always say, is about how things are said. And if things are said, because even women women specifically, because we could be fucking annoying. It's like, you want to talk to your man any kind of way, bitch. I'll slap you straight in your fucking face. No, I'm playing. Like, obviously guys can't do that, but who the fuck likes to be talked to like you got me? Like, nobody likes to be talked down upon. You got what I'm saying?
Like a kid.
There are certain guys that's like, brother, you're 35. I don't need to fucking tell you like you're a kid, right? And you get tired of it at a certain point. So I get it. But when it's like, I don't know, when it's your fault because you are the one that let him be like this for 10 years, you kind of have to, it's your fault. Like, it's not really his fault. Of course, is he old enough where he should know better? Yeah, he probably should, but you've been with him for 10 years and you let him be like that. So now it's like raising a kid. You have to kind of it.
You just double like right now. It's like wow, that was crazy.
Wow, whatever. So now it's like raising a kid. You kind of have to see how do they learn. You get what I'm saying? They're not going to learn by you talking down on them.
Yeah.
They're not going to learn by you disrespecting them or talking to your man, however, because that's not what they like. And the second that you start talking to them like that, they're not listening to you anymore. I promise. They're looking at you, but they're not listening to you.
For sure.
At all. Like, but again, this is very situational because there is some men that is like, brother, I'm not going to tell you nicely anymore, bro. You're 35 years old. You're not a kid. And this is not something that I haven't told you before. So I get it. That's the point where you do kind of have to be a bitch because what's up? Like,
and it's weird because men are less prompted to change.
Because of their ego, though.
They're less prompted to change. Nah, I just think that they don't give a fuck enough. girls are more emotional, and men notice already when the relationship is almost done. Females notice before, to prevent stuff. Men let shit slide and go, and they, like you said, they block out the women, and they don't really fix anything. So I think
no, men and the thing is that men, not all men are like you, where they see molding yourself to be better for your girl as a good thing. You got what I'm saying? A lot of men see that as like, you're not gonna fucking change me. Like, you got what I like, as a bad thing, and it's not supposed to be a bad thing.
Shit, I used to be like that.
I know, but we've talked about things, and we've,
I used to definitely be like that.
But a lot of men do think like that. Like, I'm not gonna let you change me. You got what I'm saying? Like, no, I'm not trying to change you for the worse. Yeah. Like,
in the earlier stages of our relationship, that was my mentality. Yeah. Why do I have to change for you? Change for me. That was my mentality in the earlier stages in our relationship. Obviously, she's, like I said in the earlier podcast, she's a very knowledge driven person, and a very what would you call it?
I don't even know what I would call
it. A very knowledgeable person. So when she speaks to me, she's very convincing in the sense that, listen, bro, it's not how it works. This is this and that, and she gives you specific reasons and specific things to look into. So now, if you want to overlook that as a man, it's on you, obviously. But me as a person, I definitely take that into consideration. I'm like, yo, damn, she's right, bro.
And as you should, though, because I think the biggest thing, and listen, if I'm your girl's lash tech, you better be careful, because
hey, yo,
I am number one woman empowerment.
Your girl gonna go home changed.
I'm the biggest person on, if I've mentioned this to you before and you know that it makes me feel some type of way, if you do it again, it's because you don't give a fuck how it makes me feel.
Type.
There's nothing else to it. You're not a kid. My nephew is different. If I told you whatever, it's like, okay, brother, I know you know better, but you're a kid. It's not the same thing. As my man, if I communicated to you that this makes me feel a certain way, as long as it's reasonable and not like on some crazy psycho shit, there's no reason why that should be happening again. And if it does, it's because you don't care.
Yeah, simply.
There's nothing else to it. I don't need to tell you multiple times. And that's not that I don't have my faults. There's a lot of times where you've had to tell me something multiple times. A lot of times where you've had to. And I will take accountability, like, damn, you really shouldn't have had to tell me that many times. You got what I'm saying? And I understand. And I voice the fact that I'm not doing it because I don't care how you feel. I just, I put it to the side, which I shouldn't have. But a lot of times that happens for 10, 15 years. And your girl's tired of you. Yeah. Like, she is tired of you.
Definitely.
Why do I need to keep telling you this? Like, even if it'll be like, men think that you're just trying to be annoying and you're just trying to fight because they think that you're fucking fighting about the crumb on the floor. It's not about the fucking crumb on the floor. It's about the fact that I told you whatever you got me. It's about the principle of shit. It's not about the crumb on the floor.
It's about the fact that you walked over the crumb, noticed it, and
I've told you multiple times that bothers me, because the second that I see something on the floor, I pick it up so that the house looks. You got me? It's not about that. It's about her not feeling listened to.
Lack of interest.
You're hearing her, but you're not listening to her at all. You're hearing her, but you're like, I can't fucking wait for this bitch to shut the fuck up so I could keep fucking playing my game. Or you got me? Like, whatever. Just because and that's the biggest thing too. Just because it's not serious to you doesn't mean it's not serious to the other person. And please start looking into what they're really mad at. Like, how many times would we talk and we're on surface level talking like if what we're mad at is one thing, and realistically that's not what we're mad at all.
Yeah.
And we don't get into that until 20 minutes into the conversation. Yeah. Because we're both like with our walls up. Yeah. And it's like, brother, I know you're not mad because I fucking killed the fly on the wall. Like, I know that that's not what you're mad at. You're mad because whatever. You got me? But you don't get into that if you don't talk about things.
Definitely. Absolutely.
And I've had my girl yesterday that I was doing a lash lift on. She recently got into a relationship and she's like, oh my God, like, what would you say, like, is the biggest thing to stay together? And I was like, bro, talk about everything. It's so annoying. Talk about how he got mad because you moved your left toe, like, to the left instead of to the right. Like, talk about everything. Because sometimes talking about it, you're able to logically show them, like, baby, that was not that big of a deal for you to get that mad. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? But if you don't talk about it, it just sounds like, bro, you're so stupid and so dramatic. Like, that's not you can't get mad at that. Seriously? You get me? It sounds like that. And that's not what you're trying to say. But until you talk about things and you kind of make it make sense for the other person, it just sounds like you're invalidating their feelings and being a bitch. You get me?
Yeah.
And I told her that the other thing I told her was that I was like, look into everything. A lot of times it's not that they're mad at the dumb shit. They're mad at something else, that the more important, at the deeper principle of the situation. Like, they're not mad at what you think is so stupid. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely.
And I would say that's one of the biggest things. And again, talking about everything, because if not, you end up resenting the person to the point where you really don't like them, or where you guys are roommates, basically, or where you tell yourself that you don't want a certain thing because just to stay with the person, you're like, yeah, this is enough for me. No, it's fucking not. And you know it isn't.
Definitely.
You know it isn't.
That part right there,
you know what I'm saying? Like, you know it isn't. Pero bueno, you love them so much. You've been with them for so long. You've whatever. But, brother, it's going to come a time, whether you're 35 or you're 45 or you're 30 years into the relationship, where you're like, this is just not enough. And why are you going to wait until you're 45 for that? You get me?
Yeah.
Why are you going to wait until you waste so much time with the person?
Yeah.
Either you speak up, you speak your mind, and they show you that they care so much about how you feel that they're going to change.
Or you're better off alone.
Or they show you that they don't give a fuck. And if that's the case,
you're better off alone.
I don't know what you're doing.
No, you're better off alone in that case.
I don't know what you're doing.
You might as well keep on with your journey of life.
You got me? And, one of the biggest things, obviously, like, it depends on how your relationship is and whatever, but the longer you're staying with a person that isn't for you, the more opportunities you're losing to find the person that is. To find the person that is. I forgot what other client I was talking to about the same kind of thing, that I was like, you're not asking for too much. You're just asking the wrong person. You're not asking for too much. Bro, there's men out here that will fucking kneel down on your feet and fucking lick your toes. And, like, you got me? Like, do the craziest shit for you. Like, to the point where you're like, that's a little too much for me.
Corny.
Like, I need you to be a little more, like, you got me? To that point, there's men of all levels. You're going to tell me you're going to stay with a guy that can't do the bare minimum?
That part.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Like, and girls looking the way they be looking. Like, girl, you are crazy. You're crazy. You're not asking for too much. You're never asking for too much. Unless you're a psycho and you're asking for too much. But, you need to be able to identify that.
Definitely.
But I don't even know how we got so deep into this.
I don't know. Once again, got lost in the conversation, guys. I'm sorry that we do this. We just are very passionate motherfuckers that love to talk about relationships and relationships. But yeah.
Oh my god, we've already been talking for an hour.
I
don't even know how it goes by so fast. But yeah, you guys, so I don't even know what topics did we touch on today. Keeping a man.
Keeping a man. And that's it. Everything else was mostly conversation, and obviously
about relationships.
Relationship stuff.
Well, you're welcome. I'll be writing a book soon.
You guys are probably looking at this like, oh, this is a relationship podcast, because it is.
I mean, it is.
So we're supposed to be talking about
other stuff,
and more in detailed shit, but this is really what we like speaking about, and this is what we kind of know most. You get me?
Yeah.
We know about other shit. Listen, we're very expanding souls to other topics and
but
stuff.
Whatever. The
we're
gonna
gonna try to integrate that into the podcast as well.
Yeah.
But not today. So if you don't like it, the door is right there. All right.
Yeah. We didn't have a fly make its appearance today. I
don't know if you guys noticed, we didn't have a fly. We had a mosquito.
Though. So I don't know what animal is gonna be in the podcast next time.
Probably a lion or some shit. Come through the fucking window. But yeah.
But yeah, you guys.
This is the end of this podcast.
Yeah, episode number 4.
Episode number 4. Like I said, I can't believe we are in episode number 4.
Yeah.
Already. It's been howling. It's been 4 weeks now. We're uploading, guys, every week. So make sure to stay up.
We're actually putting more effort into y'all than into our other channel, so
literally,
y'all better show love.
Literally, but don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We love you guys.
And make sure to subscribe to our other channel, which will be in the description down below. Make sure to comment down below if y'all have any situations you want advice on. If I would love that, please give us situations to give you guys advice on
in the comments.
If you guys have any topics you would like us to, put our mind to or whatever, yeah, guys, we want to do whatever you guys want to hear, so let us know.
Let's fucking get it, y'all.
Bye, guys.
We love you guys. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and we will see you guys in episode
number 5.
We out.
Bye.
already been an hour full.
I know it was a little less because I started it a little bit before, but like for sure it's 57 minutes or something.